Alright, did the pre-flight checks. Landing gear is good, flaps are good, engines are good. Stewardesses are all on board. Alright, awesome. Let's check signal activity. 9.6 megabits. Holy freaking cow. We're almost back to where we were. Well, I'm pushing 10 today. Absolutely freaking awesome. Alright. Captain says, buckle your seatbelts. Scotty, are the dilithium crystals aligned? Alright. Aye, Captain. Yeah, oh, Aaron, you're good. Aaron picked right up on that. Let's see here. Let me say hello to some people. What do we got? 75 people to kick her off. This is the first drive-in chat in 3 weeks because we did not have internet. It's kind of dark today for 5:30. It's unusual. Val Marie, Maria, Mary, Janice, Tom Mac, Joe Q, Jim Wolf. You'll be back. All right. I'm waiting on you. Cindy, Sony. Keep them coming. Chanel Fischel, Janice. Julie, how are you? Aaron, yep. Gold Coast it is. Peaky fucking Blinders. By the order of the Peaky Blinders. I can still do that. I want to watch that again, but I'm watching Enterprise, the original Enterprise, not the original series, but Enterprise with what's his name in it and T'Pol. I'm watching that for like the third time. Angie, BC, Captain Dave, Mark 1, what's going on? Oh, Tom Mack hooking me up with the fuel activities. That'll buy me a gallon of dilithium. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Ms. Google, yes, we are back in the saddle. All right, let's see. 93 people. All right, good. So yeah, let me give you some views before we get mobilized. There is the Palms, and let's see. Yeah, Regen. I mean, that was a really good series. All right, they leaned pretty hard into T'Pol, and because she's an attractive woman and whatnot. So they were just like, hey, let's make the most of it, and they put her like, in some awkward situations just for eye candy, but whatever. I mean, Kirk was out there banging green women, so I'll forgive him for that. But, watching them get their legs underneath them, like right now they are, let's see, they're doing battle with the Zindi and the, what's-his-faces, the blue people. The Andorians are kind of helping them out. Maria with another gallon of dilithium crystals for the spaceship. Thank you very much. Yeah, so it's fun. I like, I'd rather watch stuff I enjoy over than some of the lame crap that's on now. Sometimes I got to give myself a break from the news. Like, what's the news today? The administration wants to, they said it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when the crane joins the NATO. And, that'll throw us into WW3 pretty quick, because that's something, the Rus is not going to tolerate. Why do they want to push us into WW3 before an election? Let me see. Because there's an unknown law that says if we're in a time of WAR, you can skip the election. No, during the time of the Mushroom Cloud War. That was put together by one of our three-letter acronym agencies a while back. All right, so let's get mobile. Yeah, it does. It does. BC. I don't know. Start stockpiling. That's all I got to say. All right, let's see. It's 69 degrees, but windy. Wind chill factor is like 67. I might have. You know what? I think I'm going to toss on the AC now. because this phone is prone to overheating while I'm, let me pop it on. It's prone to overheating while I'm live streaming. So let's fix that right now. Hopefully that's not too obnoxious. Oh, that's obnoxious. Let me send it upwards. Let me dial down the antimatter blend. I'll just put it on the one nacelle. All right, we're good. Is that better? Yeah, I mean, that's what, you know, there's a economic theory out there. It's called doom spending. And that's what people actually think. They think a lot of what's going on now is doom spending, because people tend to realize that, you know, the S might hit the fan at any minute. But I'm not doom spending. Nah, let me let them cross the street. I'm even gonna let them get to the curb, because they might bolt back across the other side. I'm just a good citizen like that. Alright, they're close enough. Oh, they're just gonna occupy that lane. Cool, cool. That's kind of typical for the Gold Coast. I haven't really spent any time in here in a while. But it is a good idea to start stocking up on some stuff. Get your EMP gear ready. What did I say? I just like kind of tongue-in-cheeked it the other day, and I said, what did I say? Something about balloons. You know, the balloons that passed over a while ago, and then that balloon passed over yet again. And, you know, NASA's like, oh, that was a hobbyist balloon. You know, no big deal, it was a hobbyist balloon. A hobbyist balloon? What, like someone accidentally, you know, they were doing one of them stupid freaking gender reveals for their kid, and one of the Mylar balloons floated up into space? I don't think so. Not at that altitude, and not that it was carrying something the size of like a railroad car underneath it. Yeah, it was a hobbyist balloon. Yeah, okay. And then the next day, all the freaking cell phones went down. Yeah, get some stuff from Patriot Supply. I should contact them, see if they want to do business with me or not. You got 3 ads already? How's that even possible? I haven't even gotten one. You know, all I do is check ads or no ads, and that's kind of rude, though. Yeah, it's kind of windy out. Palms is okay. I haven't been to that all-you-can-eat seafood. I don't enjoy buffets all that much, I'll be totally honest. Sometimes they're cool, sometimes they're not. I feel like going straight. I'm going straight, I promise. There's a lot of pedestrians around here. This isn't a very, even though it's what, well, like a mile off the strip, it's kind of a, how would I say, low-income area. So you see a lot of people walking. And this is, what is it? Flamingo. So while I'm waiting at this red light, I am going to invite everyone to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is at least 5 times a week. And if you want to support the channel, Super Chat while I'm live is absolutely awesome. Super thanks after. You can click on any links in the description below, especially there's 2 under there. One to sign up for the launch of my new platform, which should be in about 10 days, and plus or minus. And the other for, should we go this way? Yeah, let's go this way. F it. The other for the Broad Nation Get Together 2024. There's a video describing everything that's going to take place and a sign-up link. So go ahead and check those out. Meet all the other people in the chat. See the people you haven't seen since last year. And let's have some fun. Where are we? I know where we are. We're going to go. I never knew there was an empty lot down here. What the hell do I know? I know where we're going. Oh, it's getting cold in here. What is this dude doing standing in the middle of the street? Bro, I feel you. You're just doing your job. Oh, he's repossessing a vehicle. Nah, I don't think he's repoing. That would be way faster than that if he was running repo. You ever see them repo a vehicle? They just slide up under it in like 2 seconds, they're gone. Your shit is gone. But evidently there's millions of people driving around who are eligible for repo, and they don't have enough repo drivers to go and get all their stuff. Alright, let's book this way. The Rio's looking nice. The Rio's lights are kind of cool. Thank God they opened this road. This road was like game changing. Valley View used to stop. Now it's like the super highway to get everywhere on the west side of the strip. I went down to, where'd I go down to? Mandalay Bay last night. Went and hung out with Chris and Nat for a bit. And I took this. It's just so easy. A lot of people don't. It's very, very underutilized, which is a good thing. Car racing is which race is coming this weekend? I know, oh, I just got a commercial. Bastards. Some kind of hydration liquid. Shut up. I know the Mint 400 is coming, what is it? I think it's March 6th, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. Alright, let's hang, this goes all the way down, like, to Mandalay. But I want to cut mid-strip. We haven't drove this strip in a while. I usually like taking this turn at like 80. What the hell are we talking about? I don't know. Something. I'll drop the exposure momentarily. Yeah, well, all your cars send tracking data. I did a whole video about that. When you sign your lease or your contract and all the rest of it, it says you agree to be spied on in your own friggin' car. It's despicable. Yeah, I don't like the angle here. Let's adjust that. There we go. Everyone should get like 1979 Suburbans with like 350s in them. No electronics. Screw the man. Was that all you can eat any good? 45 bucks, crab legs and prime rib. What about this? You know what, I should have gone up there. That's just a fun trip. Hold on. And let's do something clever over here. Hold on. Let me show him, bro. You're like way out in the middle of the frickin' street. Gonna get your nose clipped off. How about the lobster? Is the lobster any good over there? I tend to get kind of sick at buffets, though. You know, they always upset my stomach is sensitive to kind of old food. Not saying that it's old. This guy's giving zero fucks. Look at that, right through the red light. He's just like, screw it. I mean, everyone should be doing that because, you know, it's not like this is patrolled over here, but I just can't do it. Oh, no, I don't even want to go here. I want to hang a... Can I hang a Yul Brenner? Probably not. Well, I'm gonna rag on him, and I'm gonna hang this Yul Brenner. There we go. So I want to show you something. Yeah, let's back up a little bit. Can we hang it? Yeah, I think I can hang a Yule over here. These towers are pretty awesome. I looked at those when I first moved to town, but nah, they were kind of expensive. Do I think they'll use AI to control us in the future? They're using AI to control us now. Watch this. It's not even a matter of future. Future is we'll talk about that in a minute. All right, so you come over here. You cruise up in here. We might lose connection on a little RCA. This is such a fun. Doesn't it look cool? Looks like we're a torpedo getting launched. A photon torpedo. And you can almost ran into him. Then you can cut that way, or you can cut this way, which is the aria. Right from the back. So I said, if they close down the strip, who frickin' cares? I would vote for that twice. You know, because you're allowed to vote 2 or 3 times in this country. I would vote for that at least twice. Just shut down the strip. Because you can get in and out of just about anywhere. Now we're rolling up on the Vidara. Just be careful they don't steal anything from you in there. Alright. And we're going to come out back where we started again. Watch this one. This one's fun to go down fast. Yeah, it's fun. All day. Alright, let's do the same thing we just did. I'm just burning gas. Giving 0 Fs. Yeah, they're already controlling us. They could care less. I mean, whether they say it or not, there's already artificial intelligence controlling slot machines. They will not admit it, but they have AI. They figure out your betting patterns, you know, what will trigger you to keep playing. Absolutely. 100%. All right, another Yule Brenner right here. Now we'll go straight. Shit, half the shit you read right now has been generated by AI. Look at what Gemini did. You know, they basically eliminated all Caucasian males from existence. You know, because we're the reason for everything bad in the world. You know, that was AI. And they said, oh, that'll take months. They're actually months to fix. Gemini's going to get probably sued, blued, and tattooed. Because if you enter, like, conservative talk show hosts in there, it says all sorts of messed up things about them. It's, whoever programmed that. Most of the videos you're watching nowadays, even on YT, are generated by AI. Videos. Voice. So the narrative is totally being controlled by AI. You know, they're doing shenanigans. You know, all those $1,214 hand pays that they force you to pay tax on. Tell me that's a coincidence. Hey, I got a hand pay. $1,201, $1,240, $1,236, $1,218. Over and over and over. No one's blaming me, Marty. I'm a good person. Thank you. I appreciate that. And the 5 Bananagramas. Thank you very much. The gas should be covered. Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know who these people are who think this way, but, you know, it's just ask Gemini. But you can just tell that, you know, people who look like me are being demonized. And I'm a cool freaking person. And most other people I know that look like me are pretty freaking cool too. And most people don't look like me are pretty freaking cool. You know, they're just trying to be all sorts of divisive. Who knows? The world's whack. Oh, China is ahead of us on everything. You know, they truly are. You know, the U.S. is not the superpower anymore. I mean, the quicker we admit that, I mean, it's a tough thing to admit, you know, but we are not. They're ahead of us in everything. Granted, you know, they used all sorts of espionage to place them in a position where they were, but, you know, they reverse engineered everything that anyone else has ever done. And they've played the long game, you know. They've always thought like, you know, in 1,000 years we want to be in power. In 2,000 years, you know, they're not thinking about tomorrow. You know, where our country is like always on its heels, thinking, how can we stay in power till Friday? You know, it's always been that way. They're playing the long game, generational. You know, and they're winning. You know, we do not want to F with China, unfortunately, because they are more advanced than most of the world at this stage in everything. Oh, that coffee's good. I got out my other mug. It even has my picture on it. Is that vain to have a mug with my picture on it? I love it. I wouldn't hang a picture of myself over my bed or anything. That would be over the top. All right, we are back on the Las Vegas Strip. Oh, it's smooth over here. I'm just gonna idle my way to the corner. Wow, it got dark fast. Holy freaking cow. Wow, they are moving. They are moving. On the mall over there. Which view should I give you? I'll give you some views. Let's point you that way. How about that? Get those views. Should I drop the exposure? Like just an RCH? Let me see. Okay, I'll do RCH level droppage. That will be full. That's like a half an RCH. Yeah, kind of like that. All right. Why can't people just get along? Well, people do get along. That's the funny thing. People do get along more than you think. I mean, I get along with everyone, pretty much. I mean, I could just go in anywhere at any time and just, like, roll. It doesn't really bother me. And I find if other people are doing it, you know, it's the powers that be. Like, I always laugh with people, you know. We joke around. We're like, hey, you know we're not supposed to like each other, right? You know we're supposed to be at each other's throats. So, you know, let's not shake hands. Let's not talk about our common issues, you know. Let's not talk about that we all want the same thing because, ooh, that goes against the narrative. I mean, people understand this, you know. I mean, there's a select bunch of people out there of all persuasions that are just, you know, they're just ne'er-do-wells, and they are being, how would I say, mobilized. But the few don't speak for the many. Gary with the 10 banananas for the gas. All right, now my gas is officially covered. 56 days. I do have a question, Janice, and if you want to answer this publicly, that would be awesome. I just got my second commercial in 25 minutes. That's a little frickin' yikes. Now, the Broad Nation Get-Together 2023, 56 days. All right, I know that people have to sign up and do all that by March 22nd, and there's no refunds after March 22nd, but will it still be available for people to buy tickets after March 22nd, or is that the deadline, the super deadline? That I wanted you to clear up for everyone, if you don't mind. I can't believe how dark it is. What is that? The NFL Aristocrat slot can be found here. Okay. Look how blue everything is. It's freaking blue AF. Now we'll hit a little traffic on the way back, but we're all good. I want to cruise the strip. This is a thing of beauty. 8.3 megabits. All right, so after March 22nd, no one else can sign up. Okay. That's what I needed to know. All right, cool. Yep, it is the talking heads and all the rest pushing us to dislike one. And I mean, it's permeating also into, male and female situations too. They're pushing men and women to despise each other also. And there's a very tactical reason for that, because if you could break up the home the home is where it's the foundation of morals and the dissemination of what's right and what's wrong, and passing down of generational wealth, and all good things happen in the family environment. So they need to break that up so they can have full control over the education of the mushy mind young ones. That's been planned forever. Birth control that was another one. Don't get me started. That was the whole concept of the birth control was kind of dark. How it came to pass was kind of dark. But we can't talk about that here. We can talk about that on my new platform. I can prove it to you. The origin of birth control was dark. The origin of feminism was dark. All these things that are like considered inalienable rights had their origins in total darkness. Kind of makes me a little sad, a little upset. You don't think you're going to be in town, Mark? I never met Jay Cutler. I have never met him. Not even crossed paths with him at a gym or anything. Nor have I met OJ. Nor do I want to. I've met a lot of people around, like when the celebrities used to enjoy the World Series of Poker. That was always a fun time to meet and greet people. Kim Kardashian playing poker with mirrored sunglasses. I will never forget that. That was funny AF. What's coming up? NAB is coming up, the National Association of Broadcasters Convention. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to stream from there, which is just, I always have fun streaming from that one. That's just fun. And we'll probably ride the Elon tunnels and whatever. We'll just goof the F off. I do have some business to conduct there for probably 10 hours altogether, but yeah, we'll have fun there. And then the WPPI, the Professional Photographers Convention, that's coming up soon. We'll go from there and we'll make fun of everything. It's just a clown show at this point. I've been going to those for like 15 years, but they're almost humorous at this point. One big freaking circle jerk clown show. Wow, look how quick it's getting dark. What is going on? It's the end of the world. Bro, I'm trying to get over. You ain't getting over on me. I'm getting over on you, Mr. Mustang. See ya. Oh, let's take a selfie at the sign. This is so awesome to be able to stream again over here. Should we go down? Yeah, let's go down a little further. Yeah, let's do it. Parents should be teaching their kids such as things like critical thinking, like putting them to the test, from the time they're young. What would you do if? What would you do if? What would you do if? Teach the little mush minds how to friggin' figure shit out. Problem solving is such a skill. It used to be something that came natural to humans, but now it's like a skill. Like, if I were to put something on a resume, all right, I'm going for, X position in a job. You know all I'd put on there? Is, I have X amount of practical experience, blah, 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 blah. And I'd say, I get shit done. That's all I'd put. I'd get shit done. Because I'm a problem solver. I do not abandon a task until I've figured it out and solved its problem. End of story. Hired. Because problem solving is like, it's a talent. It's a skill in this world these days. What is this crap hole? Oh, I wish I could cut across right now. Town Square. I hate Town Square. Dirty, rotten shithole. I have strong opinions. Situational awareness. Yeah, there's so much. But, teach the youngins how to freaking think. At the bare, think for themselves. Stop getting their information from memes. You don't think AI, we're talking about AI. AI generates memes, all the time. I have all the programs. It's no mystery. I could be generating my thumbnails. Give me the best thumbnail to inspire men and women between the age of 35 and 65. I could do all that shit like everyone else is doing, but I just don't want to. People might call me crazy, but I just don't want to. I don't want to manipulate people. It's just, no, I'm just not ready to, well, I don't think I'll ever be ready to do that, but it's all being done. I think memes, they're just organic. Some guy's sitting in his basement with his pants around his ankle inventing memes. No, most of those are all, give me a political meme that'll make people who think like this very angry. And that it concerns this, that, and the other, and you press enter, and it'll give you 4 of them, and it'll cost like 6 cents to do it in tokens, and then you just blast them all over the internet. You don't think foreign governments and everything else, that's not what they're doing? Please. So we are already being manipulated by AI. Yeah, it's stupid. I don't know. It's not even full exposure down. It is darker than what you're seeing. Where are we? The Manor Suites. I'm gonna hang a turn. And I think did I pass the outlets yet? I'm not even paying attention. The South, we gotta go to the South Outlet Mall. You know what? I'm gonna stop at the South Outlet Mall, and I want to do a speed test. Oh yeah, X is full of them. Everyone's full of them. It's all full of it because the basic premise of social media is to tap into people's biases and their confirmation biases. That's all that social media does. It gives you shit to agree with, and it gives you shit to just absolutely quote unquote trigger you. Why? Because it causes engagement. So they leverage your feelings. Your eyeballs and your feelings are the commodity. It used to be oil. It used to be gold. Nowadays, all right, there we go. The greatest commodity in the world are eyeballs and feelings. Wow, it's dark in there. Unless they're just those stupid LED lights. They gotta get you engaged. And why do they have to get you engaged? One, to, manipulate things such as elections and yada, yada, yada. Let me put this straight for a second. They gotta, of course they gotta manipulate. They gotta manipulate public opinion and sales, ads. If no one's engaging in topics, then the advertisers have nothing to put on it, So they do have to generate an artificial buzz in order to sell ads. I know this stuff. I mean, it's kind of my business. It's always been my business to know this shit. I've been watching it take place for years. All right, I want to go. I'm going to hop out quickly. Ooh, something must have happened here. There goes one of them police freaking robots. And I want to see how their internet is in here. Because this is, I haven't been here in forever. I did a walkthrough, like, after it first opened, after the shutdown. The Las Vegas Premium Outlet South. Let me find me a parking spot or just some place to... Alright, I'm gonna be a D, and I'm just gonna sit out here for a second. Go ahead, bro. You turning? Alright, I'm gonna sit right here. Let me see if I could pick up some of the internet. Alright, let me do a test real quick. Alright, keep an eye on my car. If they come to tow me, tell them I'll be right back. I'm gonna run a speed check and see if I could get onto their Wi-Fi. Hold on. Alright, let's do a 5G speed test just for shits and giggles. Because this would be a fun place to do a stream from. I don't want to do a video, but I will do a live stream. Let's see. Let's check it out together. Oh, it's not about the down speed. Let's see what the up speed is. That is sufficient. Well, I think it's going to be sufficient. All right, this is what's some oh shit. Oh, a little dippage there. A little dippage. All right, averaging windshield wipers. Averaging 30 is not bad. I could pull off a stream here. I'm going to see if I can connect to that Wi-Fi real quick. Hold on. Because sometimes inside the building is, you know, bunk. All right, keep an eye on the car. MK Guest? Who the hell's MK? Bruh. Oh, it's cold in here. What the hell? What the hell's going on? It's cold. It's 67 out, and I got it on. Let's put it on 65. Gotta keep the phone cool. So, they do have internet in there. It is a Simon property. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, 5G is short range with minimal penetration. 4G penetrates deeper into buildings and over larger spaces, but it's slow AF. We don't even really, I mean, we do have true 5G, but in most cases it's not. It's layered LTE under the guise of 5G. It looks different in there. Yeah, I think that'll be fun. The music wasn't too bad. I ran inside. I trusted you guys in my car. Alright, well, this isn't a good sign. Emergency vehicles. Oh no. Who's doing what to who? Oh. It's so dark over here. What the F? What if I turn on my lights? Can't see 2 feet. Oh, whoa. No way. What did we miss? Got all the 5-0 by Dunkin' Donuts and ambulances. Must have been like a rumble between like some Starbucks people and some Dunkin' Donuts baristas. They just had a mad throwdown. Alright, let's book. Book, relative. Book to the red light. They still have Outback steakhouses? I thought those went away in the 80s or 90s or something. Huh. Yeah, I I know the deal with the 5G. Is it true 5G? Some. I mean, you know, some of the things I do, we're running, wow, I gotta drop the exposure. We're running private 5G with a 5G antenna and whatnot. Got a portable one, you know what I'm saying? But that thing's massive and it's like 10 grand a month. It's no damn Starlink. Yeah, I just never, I mean, I don't really notice fast food places, but I did notice Outback Steakhouse. I ate there, when did I eat there? Like a long time ago in a state that I visited. I forgot what. I remember not being overly impressed with the Outback Steakhouse. The new 5G ultra wide is a trip too, you know. That's short range AF. Like on top of the roof, there's an ultra wide antenna over there, and I got 800 megabits down and 150 up when I was on top of the roof at what do you call it over there? Gold Coast. But you know, you walk 3 feet away and it's like bonk, nothing. They'd have to just blanket the world with that ultra wide band. But they say, okay, should I say it? Yeah, F it. They say that stuff causes cancer. Ultra wide 5G. But they need that to control the populace. Get out your tinfoil hats. Yeah. Activate everyone's nano, little nano things that are in your bloodstream from the thing in your arm. Make you do stuff. Do. I love theories. Let's put it that way. from the world of analog. I was watching, like when I first pop on, because I have Samsung flat screens, when I first pop them on, they all default to the Samsung channel by default. I set it up that way. And they run like repeats of, what is that, Modern Marvels and things like that on this one channel. And they were doing VCRs. And I was like, wow, freaking VCR. I found a receipt when I was going through my stuff. Maybe, you know, you sweep things into boxes and then you're like, yeah, I'll look at this next week, and you look at it 3 years later, and then when you finally get around to looking at it, you spend like 3 days looking at it, you know, because you never know what's important. You know, one of those mind F's, you know, whatever, just throw it out. But I found a receipt from, I think it was 1999 or something like that, for a 4-head hi-fi VHS, and it wasn't even a Sony, it was like a Magnavox or something, and it was $299. That's crazy. I gotta get onto all messages. Actually, I gotta re-trigger the chat. It's been pretty freaking quiet. Yeah, okay, now it's moving. This road here is smoother than the F1 track. You hear that? You can barely hear anything. Does everything have to be a conspiracy? No, not really. They're just fun. They're just fun things to talk about, you know? But, you know, you gotta say that behind every quote-unquote conspiracy is a grain of truth, if not more. But they're just fun, you know? Because I don't believe anyone. I don't believe anything told to me by anyone. I just don't. Take this, it's good for you. Not why. If it's so good for me, why don't you give it to me for free? Oh, we are giving it for free. Oh, that makes me even more suspicious. It's just fun. It's a good, clean fun until they prove it true. See, that's the part I don't like, when it turns out to go beyond just like tinfoil hat joking around, and then you find out it is true. That's always kind of beat. Like half the stuff during the shutdown ended up to be true. But it is what it is. I mean, the theory. All right, you want to hear it? You want to hear the theory? Like, okay, this borders on theology, but it has its roots in physics. Some people believe that the human body is made up of cells and is made up of atoms. Atoms store tremendous amounts of potential energy, as witnessed by mushroom clouds. So the power within a human being is just massive, the power potential on an atomic level. And some people believe that's what happens to us after we shed this body. It converts to matter, it converts to energy. It's a pretty interesting concept. I mean, it's plausible because it's factual. You know, the body is composed of atoms, and atoms are latent energy. So what happens to all that? Just goes poof? I don't know. But I like thinking about stuff. There's that stupid, like, comedy show inside a tent. Would you go inside a tent? I mean, maybe to go see, like, I don't know, elephants or something, but not people. I think we've peaked as a species. Yeah, of course, if they mandated it, of course it would be. 45 will not debate 46. It's just not going to happen. That would just, it would be like elder abuse. You know, that is not going to happen. I think as a species, we peaked in the 90s. I mean, it doesn't even matter. Even if you were born in the 90s, you know, if you think about it, just enough technology to be, to make life easier. That's what technology was supposed to be. Now we're held hostage by technology. We were still in control of technology in the 90s. It was more of an asset. You know, having a fax machine was more convenient. If you had a cell phone, you can call AAA, you know, if you had a beeper, you know, stuff like that. If you had a VHS, you know, you could record shows and go about your business and then come back and, you know, it accented, it enhanced our experience. But now we're slaves to what we've created technology-wise, witnessed by the other day. If if social media went down, if the internet went down, your banking would be dust. You couldn't pay your mortgage. I mean, there's things out there that are not, it's just not available to go back to a ledger system. You just can't walk into your bank and pay your mortgage. You don't even know where this company is anymore. We're going to mail them a check? Who takes checks? Who even has checks? You know, we're so imprisoned by this creature of technology that we created. Think about relationships. Think about relationships real quick. That's how I'm going to roll this into. Okay, back in the day, now, you swipe, this and that, you know, women, because they're figuring out that 50 guys want to bone them in their DMs. They think they're all 10s and whatnot. You know, and they won't give the guy they should be with the time of day because they think they're so special and whatnot. Or too much choice. Oh, I'm not putting up with your shit. I don't like the way you snore. I got 50 guys in my DMs, you know, want to bone me. Okay, whatever. That's just one part of it. Accessibility. You know, back in the day, you know, swipe left, swipe right, whatever, you know, Tinder, whatever. I don't even keep up on all that crap. I could care less. Oh, this is the worst side of the road. My car is going to get... Look, watch this pothole I'm going to go through. Oh. That was literally a foot deep and 2 feet wide on Las Vegas Boulevard. Anyway, I digress. Now, what had to take place then? You know, you had to, in the 90s, let's just say the 90s, you had to meet someone. You had to like their looks, like their personality, whatever the case may be. And, you know, if you found it reasonable, you went with them, blah, blah, blah. Now, what happens when you had a fight? Unless you were going to stop at a payphone and stick quarters in repetitively to just get all that shit off your chest and whatnot about something that happened last night. No, you would wait. You would go about your day. You'd work. You know, you had to make money. And, you know, you come home and you talk about it. And you deal with it face to face. Now it's just like, you know, 2 people, a couple has an issue. What happens? It just text. F you, you're a twat, blah, 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 you're a dick, I hate you, I got 50 guys in my DM, screw you, I bought the car, I'll take it back. You know, and like, it'll just, the worst of you will come out because you don't have to face that person anymore. You know, even if you live with them. It's bad. It is bad. You know, that's why people aren't staying together. People aren't even entering into relationships anymore because it's just like, F this, you know? You know, the next D or the next V is right around the corner. You know, I don't need to put up with your crap, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, back before technology, you had to figure stuff out. You know, if you really wanted to be with a person, you had to work it out. You could say, oh, it's the same now, but it's not. It is not the same anymore. It is not the same. You know, relationships have become frivolous. You know, they're full of frivolity because of this instant access to communication. I could be on my work, on your way to work, and could tell someone to F off. You never want to see him again. Pack your shit and leave. You can't wait to go home and do that. And then, sounder or more rational minds will prevail after a day at the salt mine, Look at that. That's going to be a huge mall. That's a mall in there, by the way. That thing is huge. We got to go scope that out. People stayed together, I think, a little more. People knew about each other a little more, too. I mean, yeah, you can investigate and figure out what someone's out about and go, look at their IG and kind of summarize what kind of person they are and, all this other shit. But, you had to get to know people. It's definitely different. You couldn't find stuff out. I mean, some stuff is just better left unfound out. I mean, if we're all being honest. Do you really want to know how many dudes the chick you're with has been with? No. You want to pretend it was 2. You and some immaculate conception. And that's it. But nowadays you can just find out everything about anyone at any time, anywhere. It's weird. I always say never ask a question that you're not willing to hear the answer to. But with social media, you don't even have to ask the questions anymore. Oh, but you're never going to look. Yes, you are. You're going to scroll back 3 years on her Instagram and see some picture of a dude and be like, who's that? Oh, he's just a friend. Oh, yeah, really? Oh, isn't that guy you work with that we saw at the Christmas party? Yeah, but, we're just friends. Oh, okay. At the beach? Joe, Lord of the Rings with the 5 banana runners. High tops. So I saw those. People bought those things. That's kind of trippy. Those gold high tops. If 46 sold some shoes, it'd be those like Velcro ones, Just can't bend over and put laces on. Just Velcro. And do the shuffle. But whatever. Dude's old. If it's even him, I don't know. That's another conspiracy. Is it even him when you see him out there? Sometimes it looks like a mask to me. Who knows? Oh, we're driving the strip. I mean, we're dipping down to like 3 megabits, but we're still out. Look at that pizza. I made another taco pizza. Big one. Put like a half a pound of mozzarella on it. No, about a pound of mozzarella. And I gobble that up when I get home. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the endorphin high and the dopamine hits. The likes and hearts and all that other stuff that, people thrive on. Oh, I put up a picture and it only got 15 likes. Then people are ready to like go in the bathtub and slit their wrists. Why am I sitting over here? But if it gets 100 likes, oh my God. What an endorphin rush. How much dopamine. Attention is a commodity, especially for women. Attention is totally a commodity nowadays. That's why, it's getting to the place where one man cannot satisfy a woman's need for attention anymore because it's too available. It's too available from multiple sources. It used to be like, hey, I'm going to give you 100% of my attention And you would, because all women people want attention, but women thrive on attention. That attention can make them a better person too, or a worse person, one or the other. Depends on how they're garnishing that attention. But, there was a time when, one man, the man they were with, his attention was worth its weight in gold, and she would crave it from him. But now it's like dime a dozen. Let me post, this pic of this, this frickin' mocha latte, and I'll hold it in front of my chest, and I'll be like, oh, just got back from Starbucks with my mocha latte. Good morning, everyone. Or some Bible quote. But we know what they're doing. It's a thirst trap for attention, and they're getting like unlimited quantities of attention that, one man cannot compete with. So, yeah, social media has just ruined shit. That's why I say in the 90s, I wouldn't want to go back too far where deodorant sucked and there was no microwaves and, all that other type of stuff, where you had to, gap your own spark plugs every frickin' 2,000 miles and whatever. I don't want to go back there. But, at the same time, the 90s was just a nice balance. Of technology that made your life easier so you had more time to do other shit. And that was supposed to be the whole thing. Oh, you have more time to do other shit. Now you don't have time. Now you're taking a dump and you're freaking scrolling or answering work emails or, working on a spreadsheet, while you're number twoing. It's nuts. It's not created more time for anyone. Oh, that was dangerous, bro. It's made us slaves to the technology. And it was all planned. Trust me. Look at the sphere doing its lava lamp impersonation again. Yeah, everyone should take a break from social media. Is this social media? In a way it is, to a degree, because there is a social aspect to it, hence the chat and everyone getting together, Broad Nation Get Together 2024. But it's based around, it's not based around anything nefarious, per se. That's what I'd have to say. And it's not, it depends. I remember I didn't even get on the internet until, I waited until the last possible moment to climb on board with the internet. It wasn't until I was just about getting ready to sign the contract with the radio station to start broadcasting here in Las Vegas. They put a contract in front of me. This is what you get, X amount, blah, blah, blah. Here's the split on the ads, yada, yada, yada. All this other shit. And I'm just like, that's when I was just getting into it about that part. So I did the show for a few months and I just studied the hell out of it. And I was like, hey, I can do, I was podcasting. It wasn't called a podcast, but I put cameras up, Logitech, whatever they were, 360 something or other cameras, put them up in there, piped it out through Real Player, the audio and the video and all the rest of that shit. So I was podcasting way back in the freaking day, but I was a late adopter to making it part of my life. I didn't even join Facebook until 6 years ago. I was like, screw that shit. And life was, I'll admit it, life was better, but at the same time, then I wouldn't be able to keep up with, certain things and blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I got mixed feelings about it. The only Facebooking I do is, I go through my feed because, I want to see what's going on because I got the news in there and certain product categories that I follow. What up, Sphere? I want to know what like ATEM is doing with their, new ATEM ISO Pro, shit like that. But some supplement companies. But I used to have like 5,000 friends on there because everyone was like, oh, you gotta have it. It's so good for business. Blah. It was so good. Whenever someone says so good for, that right there and that expression right there, so good for. Remember this. I should patent this, but remember, when anyone says so good for, that's a red flag. This is so good for acne. This is so good for your business. This is so good for the local economy. When anyone says this is so good for XYZ, immediately consider that a red flag. But that's just been my experience. Anyway, I digress. Let me drink some coffee. But I had like the 5,000. Yeah, I did get some work off there. I can't say no. I used to post pictures and, post client pictures if they gave me permission and stuff like that. And other people would reach out. But most of them wasted my time. I did score some stuff out of it. And yeah, I started getting hooked on the likes and whatever. But like someone wouldn't like a picture. It'd get no momentum, like 4 likes. And I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with this picture? I put so much work into it. Well, what are these freaking Neanderthals, they don't know art, and it would like piss me off. And then I'd put out some crap that, I accidentally shot by, whatever, and let me just toss this up. I got to put something up every day, and like 5,000 people would like it, and it was just some turd of a shot that was half blurry. And that used to drive me a little nuts. But, then people were, all the messaging and and, people wanted to, like, there was like a boot knocking aspect to it. Hey, how are you? Saw ya, whatever. But I got rid of everyone, It took, like, over a month to get rid of everyone. I got rid of I think I have, like, 10 or 20 people there at the most right now, which, I'm not really following anyone. No one's really following me anymore. I asked someone once, I was like, how many friends I was getting ready to ask them the question of, how many guy friends you have, how many friends you have, and they're like, oh, 2,000. I'm like, 2,000? You have 2,000 friends? How's that possible? And then I realized that this person was referring to Facebook. My brain didn't even work like that yet. What do you mean you got 2,000 friends? I have like 3. What's wrong with you? You got 2,000 friends? The parties must be a trip at your house. But they were talking about Facebook. And I'm like, you consider them friends? Those 2,000 people? Like ride or die? Like they'd help you move? Well, the dudes would, but check out a little side boob for helping you move, but they're your friends? I don't think so. Other than that, I just look at, like I said, products and stuff like that. What up, Sphere? Let me point at the Sphere. Look at some Sphere looks. Yeah, it's a total ego-driven thing. But I just look at, Broad Nation Facebook group. And there'll be something very, very similar on my own platform. I got a chat board, a community board there with different topics, and you post your own pictures and videos and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I see the value. IG, I abandoned that like 2-3 years ago. I was like, what's the point? I mean, people still send me messages. I've tried to take them down, to be perfectly honest. I've tried, but I can't figure out a way. Yeah, I don't want to delete it, but I want to just like, I don't know. I don't know why. Because it's my name or something? I don't know. But I have like 4 accounts there. I don't even look at IG. Like, it's probably been months. I haven't posted on IG in like probably a couple of years. That's like pointless to me. But that was another thing. Oh, it's one of those things, like I was just saying, the sphere. 2 banana rounds from Phil. What up, bro? So good for IG is so good for you're being a photographer. Yeah, I got, I have a whole boudoir, based IG account, and I got inquiries on there, and they'd all be like, hey, how much you charge for a boudoir shoot? I'd be like $750 for the actual session. Oh, that doesn't include photos? Nope. $100 a piece afterwards. Once I edit them, and they'd be like, oh, can I trade you something for that? And I'd be like, uh-oh, but let me just hear them out. Maybe they got a lawnmower I need. And they'd be like, well, and like dudes would make inquiries and be like, well, I'd let you have like an hour alone with you, if you could do it for free. I'd be like, you sick fucks. Yeah, I never made a dime off of all the time I spent developing Instagram. That's just a waste. I mean, for me, for business. At least my business, Yeah, dancing drums is so good for women. Yeah, just trust me. Think about that. Forget that I said it. I mean, I don't have it patented. But whenever someone says "so good for" or "it's so good for," have you ever seen anything live up to that? It's so good. The minute someone uses that, I'm just like, thank you for revealing yourself to me. So good for the local economy, so good for your digestion, so good for a relationship, so good for... Whenever someone says that, that's your sign to just like start scrutinizing. It's so good for... IG will be so good for your photography business. Yeah, right. Maybe like the first year it opened. IG, I'm speaking of. But I don't really mess with social media much. I like posting on Twitter a bit now and again, but there's like no momentum there. You just gotta like be one of those people that just bombs. That's how you gotta do it. You gotta post on like X or IG like 5 to 10 times a day, and yeah, you'll get 100,000 subscribers in no time, because the algorithms love that. The companies love people who are willing to sell their souls and, get on the freaking treadmill. Like, that's why people are starting to quit YT, because, they, for all intents and purposes, force you to produce content every day. Unless you're a big creator with a huge following, you can't post once a week anymore and do anything. It's just not gonna happen. And you get rewarded if you're willing to work every single day, 7 days a week. That's how you gotta stay relevant, on YT. So unless you're willing to do that, I mean, is there room for people to still develop and have a successful channel on YT if you started tomorrow? Yes. But you'd have to post something every single day, and not shorts. Shorts are the price you pay. You have to. That's the other thing. You have to be willing to say, okay, I have to put up these shorts for free in order for that. It's like paying an admission. Shorts are an admission fee. Like an unspoken vig that they have, because they don't pay you to do them. Well, like, they pay you 8 cents 1,000 views or some ridiculous such thing, whatever. Like a video I did, 4,800 views, made like 18 cents or some crap, so you don't get paid. It's just the vig, because if you don't make them, they will punish you. And if you don't post pretty much every day, they will punish you. They will just throttle back your views like it's nothing. So social media has been a trip. Like, I have to get super disciplined when I start up the new platform, because, you know, I'm going to be streaming in 2 locations. I'm still going to keep the YouTube channel going. Sebastian, what up, Sebastian? I'm still going to keep the YouTube channel going. I mean, I'd be foolish to not. The purpose of the new streaming platform that I'm developing is just like, I just don't have to fight the spanks and the claims and the censorship and all the other bullshit. I just watched them. Sent that trouble guy that came to work. Oh, alright, good. I hear what you're saying, Phil. What up? Good. Jackass was asking for it. F around and find out. I agree. Was it a riding mower? Yeah, you could say that. That was a good one. You could say it was a form of riding mower. You know? Yeah, I mean, oh man. I've been offered all sorts of stuff for free sessions, per se. I'm just like, listen. I can't tell the stories here, but I can tell them on my new platform too. You wouldn't believe some of the stuff that I've been offered in exchange for my work, and I've always said no. It's just like, please, you know, yours isn't that special. And I got bills to pay, but some guy out there definitely will do it. I'm in a room with a pretty girl. I see pretty girl. I see boobies. I spent 1 hour all alone in the room, boobies. You know? And then works another 8 or 10 hours on the pictures afterwards. Nah, sis. I'm all about the green, you know? No ducats, no work. I don't care what you got going on or what you think you got going on. I don't roll like that. But that's just me. I haven't been to this place in a while. This time I was there, I ate at the steak place. That was pretty good. Bogo. What up, Jim? Jim is back. Yeah, I love peppermill too. KFC. Oh, my stupid watch is telling me it's time to stand up. Not so smart, are you, watch? Because if you are, and you do have GPS, you'd realize we were driving. So it is not time to stand up. But I could tell you stories, oh my God. I just can't tell them here. Plus, there's just some things I don't want the whole world knowing. Wow, it's cool. That was a little bit of that was just a quick glitch. That wasn't too bad. I don't know. I find work enjoyable. I find keeping busy relaxing. If I'm not busy, I'm just kind of like sweating it, you know? Like, I find it not relaxing, not doing anything. I'm thinking about all the shit I should be doing. So I'm not relaxing when I'm relaxing, so I just work. But what do I do? I don't know. What do I do? I don't know. I watch reruns of Star Trek. Best life ever. You know, I'm not like I'm running to Tahiti next weekend, and I'm not kayaking down, some freaking river or anything like that shit. I've done a lot of that stuff. I got a lot of that stuff out of my system. I want to get back to it once I get off this freaking grind. Not the YT or anything, I'm saying the life grind. But I don't know if we ever are gonna, with the way things are going. I think we're all gonna have to work until the day we die. I don't really see any other options. We know that Social Security's not gonna be around. We know that with the stroke of our pen, anything we have tied up in, savings and or the stock market and or IRAs, that could all just be dissolved with the stroke of a pen. So we can't really rely on that. Cash is just paper. What if they say this shit don't work anymore? The future's kind of uncertain. And then we'll all be kayak, and then we'll all be freaking living our best lives ever, learning how to rough it. It's gonna be trippy. Yeah, you're right. There is. I just don't. I don't see it. There is no gold watch waiting at the end of 20 years of service anymore. When you stop working is when you start running out of resources, because inflation is just, let's just face it, inflation is just a tax. There's no such thing as inflation. Inflation is a construct. It's just a tax. And you know why? So you have to work until you die. Because if you save $1 today, in 10 years, it's going to be worth 15 cents in terms of buying power. So what do you have to do? You have to stay on the frickin', you can't, there's nothing that's going to perform to outdo inflation. No one's that big of a genius. We all know the stock market is fairly frickin' rigged. How do you stay ahead of inflation? You can't. Just gobs of money. That's why I never fault people for just making money hand over fist. I cheer them on, even if it's more than me, even if it's more than you. I don't care. I'm just like, good for you. Good for frickin' you. I never begrudge anyone making money, because you can't stay ahead of inflation. It's just a tax meant to get you to work until the day you frickin' drop dead. Social Security, you think that's going to be around? Psh, please. And what do they give you anyway? $1,200. $1,200. You can't even buy a frickin', what? What are you going to do with $1,200? Nothing. That's almost my food bill now. I did have to go and spend more money this month, so I'm gonna end the month at $700 for food. That's despicable. That's despicable. $175 a week for food. But there's no inflation. Oh, it's only like 3%. Yeah, okay. Okay, Joe. So they're just gonna grind us all to the nub. But fortunately for me, I don't mind work. I like what I do. I've always liked what I do. Not that thing. What was that thing? Oh, if you work at something you love, you never work a day in your life. Not that inspirational quote yoga bullshit, that people post on Instagram with a bikini chick. I'm not talking about that, but I genuinely like what I do. And I love problem solving. Problem solving makes my world go round. I get off on it, not like boing, that kind of get off, but I get off on problem solving. I love figuring shit out. That's why I operate on kind of a deeper level. I just love figuring stuff out. And that's awesome. And that kind of thrills me. It keeps me excited. Those aha moments that I continually have. So yeah, that I find that very rewarding. Huey Magoo's, what the hell is that? What is a Huey Magoo? Pizza Rock. I used to get into sports and stuff, you know. Not sports, what am I? Outdoor sports. I was never into sports much. But I used to go hunting and fishing and camping and rafting, and I used to love to test my body as much as, yeah, should we go this way? Yeah, let's go this way. No, let's go that way. No, let's go this way. Yeah, let's go this way. Oh, let's go ahead the foot first. I used to love pushing my body to the limit and doing stuff. But I found out I could, and then I was like, all right, I'm cool. You know, a lot of the people I used to do it with, you know, they went traditional, and of course, I mean, I'll just be honest, they went traditional and, you know, had the 2.5 kids, and that kind of all, you know, kind of kiboshed the crew that used to do all that stuff, you know, and I just made a decision. I didn't want, what is this? Oh, this is a dead end. Let's beat this guy to the punch. Psych, I'm doing it too, bro. You know, so I never had kids, so I was never tied down to the, you know. Wow, is it windy? You hear that? That's on the outside of the vehicle. You know, I was never tied down to the whole child thing, you know, saving for tuition and, oh, I gotta be responsible. I've been able to take risks, you know, financially and otherwise, because I didn't have kids that I was responsible for or responsible to, you know, that I don't die, you know, on some crazy ass trip, you know, or took a risk starting a business that was like, you know, 60-40, you know, because I got to think about that college tuition and whatever, you know. I never had to do that. That was never, oh, this is where I wanted to turn. It's going to be a dick maneuver. Oh, this guy's letting me go. Bro. Oh. Do I want to go under? This guy going to let me go? Fucking go. Some people. Had a cool bro behind me and a dick one in front of me. Anyway, you know, so when you don't have kids, you could live a different life. I mean, let's just face it. Pink Box. Hey there, Pink Box. Is that your stripper name? I gotta catch up. I gotta pull over somewhere and catch up on chat. What is these X's in the road? Don't block the box. That was very Beavis and Buttheady. Don't block the box outside of the pink box. Don't block the box. Don't box me in, bro. This guy gonna walk in the middle of the street. Stay there, bro. Joe, Lord of the Rings. Have I ever been to the Sandal? No, I've never even heard of it. I guess that's a place in town here. I will Google that and find out what that is. Nah, I don't have pets anymore either. It's getting kind of AMA, but I'm alright. I used to always have dogs, but I just kind of got a little tired of having my heart broken all the time when a dog passes on. That's freaking heartbreaking. Because I love my animals. Yeah. That's another thing I'll do. Eventually. Get a bunch of pets. Like 10. Yeah, don't be a don't be a box blocker. You freaking box blocker. I'll tell you, I told you I was using that castor oil. Okay, day 4. I think it's day 4 or day 5 of castor oil activities. You know, what I have noticed is the biggest, I haven't really noticed changes per se yet. I noticed that my eyesight is a little more, I find myself not squinting to see things. Not that I have perfect eyesight, but, you know, sometimes you squint, you know, to see like the tiny print from, you know, 100 yards away. I don't find myself doing that anymore. So I think it's like having an effect on my eyes, which is cool. And the other thing is, holy shit, do you sleep? You sleep like the dead when you're doing the castor oil. And I'm not drinking it. You know, I'm just applying it topically. And you freaking sleep. I put that on, like, I used to put it on, you know, after I take a shower, which will be like within like a half an hour of going home, you know, wash the day off and shit. And I'd put it on after that, but no, it just used to zonk me out. Now I put it on like, you know, right before I go to bed, and no shit, I am asleep within 20 minutes. You just like if you did not Tylenol, NyQuil. So if you guys are having sleep issues, where do you apply it? I've been putting it on the top of my eyelids. You know, they say that's where you're supposed to put it to improve your eyesight. So I've been putting it on top of my eyelids. I've been putting it somewhat on my face, but I usually, you know, I like the Tiege Hanley does its job, but I want to see if it takes away some of the, you know, the ruddiness of my skin, just the weathering from, you know, doing all the adventures outside and all the scars and shit I have all over my face. I have a lot of scars on my face. Getting busted open by various things. So I put it on that because it's supposed to, like, just to see, because I want to be able to share the results with everyone else, but they say it doesn't really take place until like 30 days minimum. But believe it or not, look at this jackass. You really gonna go ahead and do that? Why is everyone driving so aggressive tonight? Well, it's Vegas, baby. You put it in your belly button. I'll just admit it. You know, it was whatever, tease away. But you put like a drop in your belly button and you swish it around, because that's where your umbilical cord was. And there's a lot of receptors there to draw in different things via osmosis. And I used to do that with, you know, other things. You know, a lot of the Chinese medicine that I've been taught over the years, it's the belly button. And I've been putting it on, you know, like my back and, you know, different places. You know, whatever seems to ail you, it just goes and finds. The other thing I've been messing with lately, believe it or not, is cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is a trip too. Cayenne pepper is sort of freaking magical. It goes and finds anything that's bleeding and heals it. But we can't talk about things like that on YT because they don't like it. Yeah, you gotta get that lint out first, of course. Let's see. Oh, yeah, big time, Janice. I mean, like I said, when I started studying the whole concept, some people like, oh, you know, now I could see through walls, and this guy's like, oh, now I can fly, oh, now I can, you know, I can burrow like a freaking beaver, and, you know, like, there's health benefits that everyone gets, and then each person will find some weird way that it affected them. So I don't know if it's one of the weird ways that are affecting me or if it's across the board, but holy cow. I mean, a deep sleep. Deep. And I can tell because, again, you know, with this thing, even though I'm not a huge fan of, you know, I love my mechanical watches, but I do put this on. I wear it while I'm sleeping with a different band because it tracks your sleep. Ever since I started doing the castor oil, The REM sleep is deeper. The REM cycle is like a half hour more than what I was getting just, going to sleep watching like, stupid videos on YT and whatnot. The deep sleep portion, and I'm waking up less, It's dramatically different. Except like, I want to stay in bed. I got shit to do. So, but yeah, it's a big difference. Just out to the point where I just can't put it on early. Because, like, against my own will, it'll start to, like, put me in, like, Zonkville. If I have something to do, it's just like, uh-oh, shouldn't have done that. It has a very, very sedative effect on me. And relaxes the body. Holy cow, my sleeping beats per minute. I mean, my sleeping beats per minute used to be like in the 60s. Like 64, 67, 69, 72, whatever. Because you're asleep. Your heart's not working as hard. It goes down into the 50s now. My heart's just like, boom, 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 boom. It's just like, I'm just out. I'm just out. So, yeah, it's, I would try it. I highly recommend it. I'm not necessarily getting more sleep. I'm not. I don't like sleep. Sleep's an asshole. Sleep is just one big asshole. It takes up too much time. Wish I didn't have to. But my quality of sleep, that's the thing. I still only sleep my, 5 or 6 hours. But the quality of sleep is just deep. I have no intention of sleeping a third of my life away. Get your 8 hours sleep. Yeah, okay. Live to be 60, you were asleep 20 years. Nah, it doesn't sit well with me. And I find anything more than like 6 or 7 hours, I don't feel good. I don't feel any better. If anything, I feel worse. I get like a sleep hangover almost. 8 hours of sleep, I wake up with a headache if I sleep more than like 7 hours. Like, what the heck? My body's just so used to I used to be like in the 4 to 5. Now I do the 5 to 6, I figured I'd earn that. But whatever. But it's just deep. Deep is good. Yeah, definitely try it. Don't put too much. If you're gonna start with the castor oil, you can put as much as you want on your eyelids, because that's your eye health and all the rest of the stuff. It's supposed to be. It's so powerful that it's just like a drop. Like I went out and bought on Amazon. I bought eye droppers. With the amber jar and whatever, that was just a drop, bang. I know what a drop is, because you have to build up, and not even every day you're supposed to be doing that. It's supposed to be like some people have a very, I wouldn't say reaction, but some people can get in. By me, even at my bodega, it's like $3.89. That's 50 cents. Yeah, so you start out like 1 drop every other day. See how you do on that. But I don't know what it's doing yet. Like I said, it says 30 days. I'll report back to you. If it's bunk, it's bunk. But I mean, sometimes I don't want to sleep that deep. If I'm totally honest, it's like I like sort of light sleeping. If I'm totally honest, I like light sleeping a little bit. I want to hear the things that go bump in the night. Yeah, I mean, the Apple Watch does have, that's why I'm fascinated with the just the health aspects of it. You're correct. I mean, it constantly tells me to stand up when I'm sitting at the desk for hours, editing something or working on the platform or designing some graphics or some shit or virtualizing a camera or whatever. Look how many people are going through this light. Like it's not even there. There had to be like at least 30 of them. What the actual F? So I can't really stand up. But the stuff that I'm learning about my own body, I mean, I thought I was in tune with my body. I gotta say, I always thought I am very in tune with my body and my mind and my past and my shortcomings and my strong suits. I try to be very self-aware, but the Apple Watch takes it to a whole different level. Like, I didn't really know. I always knew heat bothered me. Now I know it's a physiological thing. My pulse actually goes up. It corresponds. Like, for each degree warmer than 69, 70, my pulse goes up accordingly. I never knew that. It's like, whoa. I could even see it in the shower. I take the watch in the shower, and I'm like, if I'm running, like at the end of the shower, I just slowly go as cold as I can until I'm doing freaking like freezing my ass off. And, at the peak of the shower, I love warm showers and everything. I'm at like 125 in a hot shower. And I'm like, wow. I mean, I don't feel bad. It feels awesome. But as soon as I turn it down and I start like turning off the hot water and getting it almost pure cold water, it'll go back down to 60, 62, 64. I mean, that's how, I guess everyone's like that. But, I find my body very sensitive to heat. Don't handle it well. My air conditioning's on now. It's freaking February. I got it on 69. So, yay. I function better. It gives me more headroom, because that's what it is. It gives me more headroom, because if I'm already pumping at, 100 beats per minute, and I gotta like run upstairs or carry some shit or do whatever, I don't have the headroom. But if I'm at 60, I got headroom for days. Yeah, I hope they do add blood pressure. I put an app on there to do blood pressure and whatever. I mean, it kind of works. I check mine, on a pretty regular basis. I wish they would. I mean, they got spanked for the blood oxygen. They had to pull them on Christmas Eve. The feds made them pull, all their models except 2 because they were stealing someone's tech. But they settled that shit out already. I think everyone has access to the blood oxygen, which is very important too. Like I could even tell when I'm snoring based on the blood oxygen from the sleep meter. Like it monitors your sleep, and I'll see my blood oxygen go down to like 95, 94, and that's low for me because I'm probably like I'm like snoring the freaking wallpaper off. But, standard for me is, low would be 97. But I operate at like 98, most of the time 99. Sometimes it shows 100, and I'm just like, come on. You're blowing smoke at my ass now. Can't be 100, but yeah. I mean, that's when you know you're sick, when your blood oxygen is whack. If your blood oxygen is like under 90, you got some issues. So it's been interesting. I mean, a little obsessive. You find yourself checking shit and pressing buttons and all that, but it's interesting to learn about your body or have confirmation about it. I mean, it's not gonna replace a doctor, but I don't go to doctors anyway. I'm my own damn doctor. What time is it? 7:15 already? Dang. You do meditation? That's interesting. I never did any of that meditation. And any of that there meditation. Sometimes I listen to, like, you know, Vikinger music. And if you could even call it that, who knows what they really listen to. But I like listening to, like, hypnotic Vikinger music. And I've made my, well, a lot of you guys know, I have another channel called Soulful Soundscapes. And I have all sorts of relaxation music on there that I wrote when I broke my shoulder in a million pieces. Yeah, I got the 432 hertz, and yeah, I got the binaural beats. I got all that stuff on there. The white noise, brown noise, pink noise. Yeah. I'll probably do something with that channel eventually. It still gets, I think it's got like 40,000 hours, but there's only like 350 subscribers. But why would you monetize that? You know, what's YT gonna put ads in the middle of someone's relaxation session? You know, that's kind of dumb. I just did it because I found it works. So I do listen to that on occasion. Where we going? Yeah, I mean, left to my own devices, like, you know, when I'm done hamster wheeling my way through life, shit, I'm gonna be staying up all night and going to bed so I like going to bed when the sun comes up. That just feels good to me. That's the natural rhythm of my body, as wacky as that sounds. The natural rhythm of my body is to watch the sun come up and then go to sleep. That's when I feel the best. Everything, I'm just firing on all cylinders when I'm able to do that. But in reality, that's as far from the world that I can live in now as you can possibly get. But yeah, that's what makes me feel good. That's what I'm looking forward to. Drinking some coffee, sitting on my porch, watching the sun come up, take a big old stretch, and go to bed. Get my, 6 hours sleep, whatever, 7, wake up at 1, 2, ease into the day, have my robe on at 2 in the afternoon. Yeah, that's the life for me. That's what suits me. That's what makes my life good in terms of sleep. My, what is that, circadian rhythm or whatever, that's how my body functions the best. Yeah. And my body does function better on East Coast time than it does on West Coast time. Don't know why, but it does. Maybe because I was born there or something. Alright, let's go. I'm like freezing myself out here. It's 66 outside. I'm just afraid. Now, let me shut this off. I don't think the car's going to overheat. Not the car, the phone. I never tried that meditating. That there fancy meditation stuff. So, I mean, I'm sure it works. When I practiced martial arts a lot, there was a meditative aspect to that. But I think, I just go like I'm like Inception level deep thinker sometimes, for better or for worse. And I think sometimes that has a meditative effect too. It's like Inception. I'm thinking about something inside. I'm thinking about that. You could tell that in my speech patterns sometimes. You guys know me well enough. I picked up on that. I made mention of it the other night. You ever notice how I interrupt myself? Like there's two people talking at the same time. That's my, I think on so many different levels at the same time. I don't know if maybe other people do that, but I heard like 30% of the people on the earth don't have inner, see, I just did it again. I just interrupted myself. Don't have inner dialogue. I always got something. I'm always thinking about something. It just always do. I can't imagine not. You know, it's not like voices in my head or anything, but, you know, I just always think about stuff. I think of like 2 or 3 things at the same time. And I said that the other night. I was like, damn, I interrupt myself. But that's okay. Jaggers. I think this week we're gonna do what are we gonna do? We're gonna do a no talk. Oh shit, why am I in this lane? I guess I have to turn now. Oh, they finally removed the cones. Nice. Could actually make that turn into the Bellagio now. I think I'm gonna do a 360 video, but I will have to check. I gotta do some I haven't done that in so long. I forgot how to even set it up, if I'm totally honest. But I think we'll do a 360 video. We got AMA coming up on Friday. I think I'm gonna do a no talk walk one day this week, maybe tomorrow or Thursday. I don't know, maybe I'll leave it up to you guys. We'll figure crap out. I want to check out the Rio. Look at that. They've been dropping some questionable colors lately. They were like doing the crane flag and whatnot and whatever. So someone's like doing some messaging in there. Doesn't look like they are tonight, but that's okay. They're just doing the drop. But sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. It's all over the place. It's kind of cool. And they made the actual little sign LED. Well, it's not little, it's ginormous. But they made that sign LED too. Just had a drop of gear. Haven't been in there in a while, but that place is obnoxiously loud when it comes to the music. Young lady walking alone across the bridge. Cannot recommend. But she's strong and independent. She don't need no man. Well, if it wasn't for men, I wouldn't have to be worried about walking alone. Oh, really? If it wasn't for men, you wouldn't be born. So, I guess you're right. Yeah, this sign. That's all LED-ified, too. Deified. Oh, it's back-breaking freaking speed bumps. And again, sign-up link for my new platform. I'm excited about it. You know, I don't really have my finger on the pulse for what would be considered successful. Why do I have this blocked off? That's unusual. I mean, I guess once it starts paying for itself, I could call it successful. Who knows? But the goal now is I'm just taking all the money that I make on here on YT. Why they got this shut off? And not shut off. Why do they have it blocked? Got the whole parking garage shut down. That's weird. Why would they do that? Let's see. Let us see, said the blind man. I don't know. Let's see. Well, maybe some construction-related shit. Huh. Interesting. I like going up there. Hope that's not for long. But yeah, I'm going to take the money that I get from here to pay for it over there. Gladly take a cheeseburger today and pay it on Tuesday. Because it's expensive. They got everything. Where people supposed to... No wonder the front. I was like, holy shit, there's so many people here, but it's not. They got all the parking blocked off. That's why they're in the front. Let's cruise around. Let's get the views. I like the views here. views here are kind of boss. Maybe this week too, because honestly, let me just do this real quick. I think I want to punch in a little bit. Let's just punch in. Give you all the views. There we go. No, I got all the EVs down. Maybe we'll, because I think this is the last week that the weather's going to be nice according to my standards. So I think perhaps we'll do a train walk this week. I think we'll do that. Yeah, Rio used to have the best buffet in town. If it wasn't for the Rio's buffet, the food in this town would suck. You know, the Rio's buffet is why there's good restaurants in town. Not just buffets, but good restaurants. This town did not give two shits about food until the Rio started their buffet. They did not care. There were some restaurants, of course, but they did not care about gourmet food or going over the top until Rio forced the entire town to rethink. Because food was always considered in the town a lost leader. Just something to bring people in, give them some cheap food to stick in their bellies and get them at the machines, you know? Get them gambling, get them at the show. Food was a lost leader. It wasn't a highlight. Now it's like, ooh, you know, it's a foodie town now. And that's all thanks to the Rio. But they did not care about the quality because they just want to make it as cheap as possible just to get people in because people have to eat. But it was, well, I like that view better. Yeah. It's all thanks to the Rio. The Rio did it. Yeah, we'll do a zombie walk. Serotonin levels, yeah. I like all that. All right, people. I can't believe it was 2 hours. I burnt some gas. Wow, that was 2 hours already. I can do this another couple hours, but I actually have a meeting / dinner meeting in about an hour, and I gotta, I'm not really dressed. I gotta get dressed. I actually got the clothes in the car or whatever. So I'm gonna step into a nearby whatever and Superman into a new wardrobe. And I got dinner. Well, I don't think it's a full-blown dinner, but it's business. I got business to conduct in about an hour. But I could have stayed out for a while. Felt good to be back out again and doing our thing on the strip. So it's awesome. But we will do it again tomorrow. Let me make sure I didn't miss any super chat activities. Nope, I think I got everyone. Yeah, I got everyone. So I appreciate. Let me shout these out. Nope. I just went to do that, and I got a freaking RC Willie President's Day commercial. Isn't President's Day done? Signed, sealed, delivered, over? Let me shout out and thank Tom Mack, Maria, Marty, Gary, Joe, and Phil for their kind super chats. That covers my gas for tonight, so I do appreciate it. And I'll have some adventure waiting for you tomorrow, so stay tuned. So I'm going to invite you to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which will be tomorrow. Just don't know what time. You'll have to hit the bell button. And don't forget, if you want to support me, all sorts of links down there, especially for the Broad Nation. Well, that's not a support thing. That's a get-together thing. So, that's whatever. I can't wait to meet you. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone who comes, hanging out with everyone. So I hope you clear up your schedule if you're on the fence and come on down to Las Vegas. It's going to be a lot of fun. And my new platform is going to be friggin' awesome. And I'm going to invite you to go check that out. There's a link down there too. You'll get an announcement when it goes live. And on that note, Bror Fredrik out.